all that
All
working
right, now
out.
on a totally different note, let's bring in Virginia GOP Lieutenant Governor Winsome Sears. Lieutenant Governor, thank you so much for being here and for listening to our nonsense as we led into this far more important, significant segment here, considering the news of the day. There's a decision expected at the Supreme Court, maybe this week on Tuesday, on Roe v. Wade. And groups have been descending on Washington, D.C., not just outside the court, as you know, but at the homes of individual justices. Well, one group, Rise Up for Abortion Rights, made up of high schoolers, maybe even younger than that, many of which came from New York City, are now getting in front of Amy Coney Barrett's house. Here's a tweet with a video from that group saying, just arrived at Amy Coney Barrett's house, dropping off babies, reenacting the American nightmare of forcing girls to give birth against their will. Headed to the Supreme Court, meet us there. Lieutenant Governor, there's images we may show. It's grotesque. It's over the top. It's young girls. It's babies. It's blood. And it's intimidation of a Supreme Court justice. What do you make of all this?
This is our future. I just, first of all, before I go any further, want to say Happy Father's Day to my father, who brought me to this great country so many, many years ago when I was 6 years old, and helped me to achieve the American dream. And then Happy Father's Day to my husband, who's given me our children and who has to put up with so much. And Happy Father's Day to all of you. But imagine that. I have no words. I have no words when I see these grotesque images that these young girls are carrying. And I wonder, what country am I living in? And what is the mindset? What is the mindset that would cause this to happen? And where are their parents? And then I think to myself, it must be that their parents feel the same and think the same as they do. And don't they realize the irony of this? The reason why you are here is because at some point your mother was pro-choice. And that's why you, my dears, are here. Otherwise, you would not be. They don't see that. I'm telling you, our country is confused and it's grotesque.
Yeah, Governor, I look at these images and I see confusion, just as you do in them. First of all, they're carrying these babies, which is a reminder of what exactly we're talking about here. But also we talked about valuing fatherhood, but also valuing what we are as women. I mean, a lot of these girls were carrying signs that said, you know, basically, I will not be forced to be an incubator. That's what they say about their gift, their life-giving gift as women and what they think of themselves. Thoughts on that?
Well, here we go. Let's do the rundown. They say that men can have abortions, and that was until I saw one of their signs that said, if you don't have a uterus, you don't get to speak about anything. And so it's like, well, which one is it? You know, what are we talking about? And then we have where the schools have been part of this indoctrination. And that's why I say school choice now. The money must follow the child and not the brick building. Children belong to us. I gave a speech last night where I talked about one of my favorite programs, the board. And, you know, the board says you will assimilate, the existence as you know it is over, and resistance is futile. They're talking about our children, and we're not having it. You can't take our children. Our children belong to us. We are their first teachers, and we need the tax money that you give up, that we give you, to give it back to us so that we can decide what schools our children should attend, so they don't have to listen to this kind of nonsense, so they don't appear on the streets doing this kind of ridiculous stuff where they need a good education so that they can have a hope and a future. That's what this is about.
You know, Lieutenant Governor, we talk so much about policy and politics, and underneath it all is this foundation of our culture. And we're talking about morality. That's what we're all four of us talking about here at some point. And there's some pretty concerning signs about that foundation for America. Look at this poll. Americans' views of the state of moral values in this country, 50% say our moral values are poor. I think you need to pair that up with a Gallup poll that shows Americans in decreasing numbers believe in God, believe in the existence of God. We've gone from, and let's take it over a broader horizon. In 1967, 98% of Americans said they believe in God. Today, 81% say they believe in God. Something's happening at the foundation of our culture.
It is Father's Day, and I want to give you a message from George Washington, the father of our country. And he wrote this prayer in 1783, and he wrote it to the governors of our new state, our new country. And he said, "I now make it my earnest prayer that God would have the states in his holy protection, that he would incline the hearts of the citizens to cultivate a spirit of subordination and obedience to governors, and to entertain a brotherly affection and love for one another, for their fellow citizens of the states at large, and that we should be an example of the characteristics of God, the divine author of our blessed religion, or we can never hope to be a happy nation." And we've left God behind, plain and simple. And I don't know what we're going to do, because we keep calling on him only when there is a crisis. And he's probably saying, "Don't you know me at any other time?" So fathers are important. We know that. But we have emasculated our men. We have said fathers are not important. And we have, as government programs, removed fathers from the home. And this is one of the reasons why our Black community has been destroyed. So there are enough of us now who have said, no more, we are done with this, because everybody knows that the family is the bedrock of any society, because it is in the family that the child learns how to be cultivated, how to be mannerly, how to have values. And if we don't have that, then things go awry. Yeah. And you see in our society, our children are looking for meaning. Fathers are important.
Yeah, it's such a great point. You know, you see the values, the belief in God dropping it. Obviously, that's going to happen as we see our families disintegrate as well. Governor Winsome Sears, I want to thank you. First of all, when you popped on, I thought it was a teenager. You look so darn young. Want to thank you for being on with us. Also want to remind everyone to watch the Faith and Freedom Coalition's Road to Majority Policy Conference, which is available on demand on Fox Nation. And I guess that's where she was. Was that where she was speaking last night?
Absolutely right.
Yeah.
Governor, thank you for your time. Glad to have you on Father's Day.
Great Father's Day message as well.
Fantastic.